it's your favorite story timer, Annie, and her best pal, E.
Ow, sorry.
Are you okay?
I accidentally pressed the red button.
No, the red button started a few seconds ago.
Oh, I mean the other red button. The one that said something. I didn't read what it meant.
Oh, it probably told you to subscribe to this channel.
Yeah! You should press that subscribe button.
Mm-hmm.
That red button.
The best red button.
Alright, let's start.
All right. So I was looking through the book, and there is 27 chapters in it.
Wow, that's a lot.
So for liking and subscribing is the best thing to do, so then we can finally finish Shadow Jumper, which is the book we're going to be reading today. So let's begin. Come along with me as we start on page 56. And remember, they were walking through the forest-y area trying to get to Aunt Lil's house. So let's see what happens. Turn to page 56. Something tickled the back of his neck. Startled, he spun around, swinging his bag up in front of his face. Relax, it's only me, said Beth. You are jittery. Doing that doesn't help, he snapped, turning back and marching off down the pathway. They walked 30 meters or so, and then popped out into a cul-de-sac and a modern housing estate. A line of street lamps cast an orange glow on the ground. We're here. Jack gestured toward a small cream-painted terraced house surrounded by a tiny D picket fence. Wow. Beth stood staring open-mouthed. I should have warned you. Jack gazed over Aunt Lil's immaculate front lawn. It was lit up by strings of white fairy lights looped over the branches of bushes and small trees. Scattered across the freshly mown grass was a huge collection of garden gnomes of different sizes, all with the same glassy-eyed, creepy expression on their ceramic faces. Some were fishing around a plastic fake pond, others wheeling barrows, and yet more sitting on toadstools. Over 50 of them littered the tiny space. She'd added to them since Jack's last visit. My aunt collects them, he said, as he rang the doorbell. She calls them her little friends, and she's got names for them all, too. Jack could see Beth's shoulders shaking. Don't laugh when you meet Aunt Lil. Beth gave him a puzzled glance, but there was no time to say more as the front door flew open and Aunt Lil stood on the step, dressed in a pair of pink pajamas, and rubbing her eyes. Jack had forgotten how tiny and round she was, so different from spindly Dad, with his super long limbs. It was difficult to believe that she and Dad were family, the same flesh and blood. A strong waft of perfume enveloped him as she hugged him. Her messy, bleached blonde hair tickled his nose when she kissed him on the cheek. She looked rather like a gnome herself, but without the beard. What on earth are you doing here? Said Aunt Lil, gazing up at Jack in bewilderment. It's a long story. Exhaustion swept over him as he remembered the events of the past few hours. So it took them hours to walk over here. Interesting. You better come in. Her gaze swooped from Jack to Beth, but she gave no sign she noticed Beth's swacky appearance. And is this your girlfriend? Aunt Lil. He ooshed up Jack's cheeks and ears. This is Beth, my, friend. Oh, I see, she said, and smiled at Beth before ushering them into the sitting room. Does your mom know you're here, Jack? He looked down on his trainers. And trainers is another way to say sneakers. Now you know. I thought not. I'd better ring her. And what about yours? She asked, looking at Beth. I left a note, said Beth quickly. Aunt Lil shook her head in that won't do at all way and asked for Beth's home number, then disappearing into the kitchen, murmuring something about making tea before tackling some awkward phone calls. Jack noticed Beth had become strangely quiet. Even with the white stuff on her face, Jack could see she had gone a shade paler. Maybe it was the girlfriend thing that had upset her. He wished Aunt Lil hadn't mentioned it. A tiny part of him wondered what she thought of the idea of being his girlfriend. A thought he quashed as soon as it appeared. No way would she be interested in him. What's the matter? He whispered. Aunt Lil's okay, really. It's my rucksack, she whispered back. In all the chaos with the accident and everything, I must have left it on the bus. You've got to go back right away. We can't go back now. The bus will have gone to be repaired. We'll go to the station tomorrow and ask if it's turned up. Aunt Will will lend you things for tonight. Beth reached out and grasped his arm. I've got to find my bag. Do you understand me? She croaked. A tear escaped from her left eye and started trickling down her cheek. Her nails dug into him. Gently he uncurled her fingers and rubbed his arm. Don't worry, we'll find it tomorrow, I promise. This is suspicious. There must be something interesting in that bag that makes her want to keep it. What do you think's in there? He tried to sound calm, but his heart hammered in his chest. I can't wait till tomorrow, said Beth, gritting her teeth. Where's the phone book? I'll ring the bus station. Jack, not daring to reply, pointed to the low table by the radiator. A pile of directories lay next to the phone. Beth seized the top one and started riffling through it, sniffling loudly as she did so. Jack watched from the doorway. Beth's outburst dazed him. He could still feel the pressure of her nails on his arm, and he pulled up his sleeve to take a look. 4 angry crimson indentations marked his flesh, but luckily she hadn't drawn blood from his flimsy skin. Got it. She picked up the phone and tapped in a number. The ringing tone, which she heard even from his position by the door, punctured Jack's thoughts. He knew it was no use. No one would be there that time of night. Beth slammed the phone down and turned away. He heard her trying to stifle her sobs as she hunted for something in her pocket, eventually finding a tissue and blowing her nose noisily. We'll find it tomorrow, he repeated lamely, not knowing what else to say. Later he lay on the lumpy sofa in the sitting room, tossing and turning, struggling to get to sleep. A million thoughts whirled around in his head. Dad, crashed buses, and dead dogs competed for attention in his sleep-deprived brain. But another niggling thought wouldn't go away. Beth's strange behavior. Of course losing her rucksack was annoying, but she had been beside herself with panic and dismay. What was in that bag? She had a secret, and he wanted to know what it was. And that's the end of chapter 8. So, next time we're going to read chapter 9. Hey E, what do you think's in the rucksack?
Oh, I have no idea. That sounds really interesting. She acted infuriated. Remember, kids, don't be mean to other people like that. She was just kind of overreacting. It's not nice to be like that, kids.
Oh, yeah.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and share with all your other little friends.
Yeah.
Bye-bye!
So this seems to be the end. Tune in next time for more awesome adventures with Anytime Storytime and her sweet little pal, E. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.